The origin of laws. The whisper that stopped chaos. Before judges existed, before courts and official seals, the law was not written. It was a whisper, an ancient murmur born from the fear of disorder, from the certainty that without limits, the world collapses. Law arose when humanity understood that force was not enough, that endless revenge led only to the silence of ruins. Sumer, when the gods taught obedience. On the plains between the Tigris and the Euphrates, humans looked to the sky. Before dictating a rule, they believed the law was not human, but a gift from the gods to preserve cosmic balance. The king did not create the law, he received it, inscribed on clay tablets. The first laws spoke not only of punishment, but of measure, of proportion, of stopping blood before it flooded the city. There, the idea was born, that even power must bow its head. Babylon, the law that could not be forgotten. In Babylon, the word became stone. The Code of Hammurabi was raised as a monument, so that justice would have weight, so that no one could escape its shadow. Above, a god. Below, a king. Between them, the law. An eye for an eye, they said, not as cruelty, but as a boundary for hatred. Revenge, at last, had limits. The commandments, law enters the heart. Then, the law descended from the mountain. It was not written for palaces, but for the soul. You shall not kill. You shall not steal. You shall not lie. It was no longer only about what you do, but about who you are when no one is watching. The law stopped guarding only the hands, and began to watch the conscience. To obey was no longer just to fear. It was to belong. Greece and Rome, when reason awoke. In Greece, the law began to ask questions. What is justice? Can a law be unjust? Must every law be obeyed? The law ceased to be a blind command, and became dialogue. Rome turned it into structure, into invisible columns, that still support our world. Here was born the idea that the law should not protect the strongest, but the citizen. Modern law, promise and fragility. Today, the law no longer descends from the sky, but it seeks the same thing. Order amid noise, justice between opposing interests, balance between freedom and limit. We write it, debate it, amend it. And still, it remains fragile. Because a law without conscience is only ink, the eternal echo of the law. From Sumer to today, the law has changed its form, but not its purpose. It always tries the same thing, to prevent us from destroying one another. Perhaps the oldest law is not carved in stone or paper, but in that inner moment, when we know something must not be done, even when no one is watching.